Hello, I'm Sheila Hollins-Jackson from LifeCompletelyFlawless.com. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the camera that I use for a lot of my latest video tutorials and reviews. The camera that I'm currently using is the Canon T3i. This camera is an absolute gem for doing video tutorials. There's a lot of things that I like about this camera and a few things that I would like an improvement on. So the first thing about this camera that really drew me to it was that the LCD does flip out. You can also close it so that when you store it, you're not scratching your screen, but you can also open it and also flip it to the front while you're filming. That was a very great feature for me personally because I do video tutorials, makeup tutorials, and it's very inconvenient to have to get up and go behind the camera. I do shoot with two different cameras, and I am shooting on my other camera right now, and it does not have the flip out LCD, and I run into that problem a lot. I constantly have to get up and go behind the camera, and that's very inconvenient. And also, a lot of times I film tutorials and I don't realize until I'm done filming that I'm not in focus, or the camera is, not completely on my face or completely on whatever I want it to be on. So this is very great. It really cuts down a lot of time and makes video creation a little bit more streamlined, so I can spend time focusing on doing the tutorial and less time focusing on manning the camera. Now, other than that, this camera is 18 megapixels and all that great stuff. I'm not going to tell you a lot about the specs of this camera because honestly, I'm not a huge techie person. I just know what things I want a camera to do and what I'm expecting out of a camera, and I'm just going to touch on those things. You can go online and Google and see what the specs for the camera are. The body is nice. It's a nice size camera. It's not too big, it is bigger than my old camera, but it's not too big at all. So it's a nice camera for a beginner who's looking to get into doing video, and also maybe if you wanted to get into taking pictures. Now, I do shoot with a variety of different lenses, but the most common lens that I use for this camera is the one that's on here now, which is the 28mm by Canon. I really like this lens. It's a great walking around lens, and it's great for doing video tutorials because I can easily reach this lens and manually focus it, and it's really great for things of that nature. I do have two other lenses that I do shoot videos with, and 75 300mm lens, and this lens is a decent lens. It's a very low-end lens, but I found it on Craigslist, brand new, very cheap, and I figured that I would get it and play around with it. And this lens is nice if you want to shoot things that are far away. If you're at a park and you want to shoot birds or wildlife or things like that, this is a nice lens to do that with. It's not the best lens by any means, but if you're just starting out and you want to play with different lenses, different focal points and things of that nature, it's nice to be able to utilize sites like Craigslist and pick up inexpensive lenses like this. One of my favorite lenses for shooting portraits is my 85mm lens, and this one's also by Canon, and it's ultrasonic. And the ultrasonic just means that it's quieter, so you don't hear the camera focusing as much as you do with other lenses. The ultrasonic lenses are a bit more expensive. Now, for video, I will say it makes a bit of a difference with focusing if you have someone who's going to focus your videos for you during the video, because you will hear that sound. If you don't have the ultrasonic lens, you'll hear the camera working during the video. However, one thing that I don't like about the Canon T3i is that it does not autofocus by itself when you're filming video. So that's very inconvenient. So you do have to manual focus it, or you can autofocus it, but you do have to press the shutter button for it to do that. So that is a bit inconvenient, and I would like a camera that does do it itself, because my old camera does it. Even though it's not as great as quality, it does save a lot of time because I'm able to hold products up and it will focus on the products and then go back to me. And so for me, for video creation, a big thing for me is the less manning of the camera that I have to do, the more focused I can be on my review or my tutorial. The Canon Rebel, the T3i, you can pick this up for $7.99 for the body only. I chose to only purchase the body by itself because I knew I was not going to be utilizing the kit lens, and I knew that I had in mind some other lenses that I wanted to buy. You can buy the 1855 lens on the body for $100 more, bringing you to $899.99 for the camera and the 1855 lens, but I just chose to use that $100 to go towards another one of the lenses that I wanted to purchase. So that's really up to you whether you want to buy the body only or the body with the starter lens. And the starter lens is not a bad lens. It's kind of the same thing I was saying with the 17 or the 75 300mm. It's not the greatest lens, but it's leaps and bounds over a point and shoot. If you're shooting for a point and shoot, if it's your first DSLR, it's leaps and bounds over that, and you'll probably really be impressed with the way that it looks. And then as you progress and you want to purchase more lenses, you can do that as well. It's all up to you. Now it comes in this box. In the box you will receive the camera body and the lens if you purchase it. You will also get a charger for the battery and a battery for the camera. I do recommend, if you're going to be shooting a lot of video, especially on location, you would want to get some backup additional battery packs. They really come in handy to have several battery packs ready to go, charged up in your bag. Also, with the camera, you do get a standard Canon strap. It just says Canon. It looks like that all the way around. I have a strap on my camera that I purchased from a really great company down in Oklahoma, and I will be doing a review next week showing you guys my camera, my homemade, or home put together camera bag. There are some really nice camera bags made specifically for women, but they're also very expensive, and I just wasn't willing to pay $300 or $400 for a camera bag, considering I don't carry my camera bag with me a lot. And so I found a really nice, chic way to be able to carry my lenses and my camera and protect my camera while still looking good. And I'll talk about this strap next week as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I will be reviewing the camera that I'm shooting on right now in a future video. Thank you guys for watching as always, and don't forget to comment below and let me know what you think of the Canon T3i if you have it, and also let me know what you're shooting with. Also, don't forget to subscribe above by clicking the yellow button. I'll see you guys in a couple days, and I'll talk to you guys later. Mwah. Bye.